So this presentation is by Shubham Mehra. The topic is dealing with the challenges India faces. Shubham, you may start.
So good afternoon everyone. Today's topic is dealing with the challenges India faces. In 2020, India faced many challenges. First of all is the COVID-19 pandemic, which is still going on, and a new strain has been discovered. In the previous COVID-19 pandemic, India has been the second most affected country with 10.3 million cases, out of which 9.88 have been recovered. But still it is going on. Now, how it has affected? First of all, it has affected the general health facilities, like the vaccination drives, like the normal health checkups. The all health practices have been affected. Secondly, educationally, all the schools and the colleges have been closed, and the primary schools are also closed, due to which the government's scheme of midday meal is not getting reached to the students, which is affecting the education also, and which is affecting the nutrition of the students also. Thirdly, the tourism has been badly affected, as we know that in tourism in India 87.5 million jobs were there, which is roughly around 12.3% of total jobs in India. Currently, we have seen that the foreign tourist numbers have been fall to 68%. There was a fall, and the foreign earnings have been reduced by 66.32%. So now the vaccines are being created. Now there is one more challenge, that about the vaccination of 1.3 billion people of India. Currently, India has 27,000 cold chain points, in which the vaccines will be stored. These are generally the large deep freezers, 700 refrigerator trucks, 50,000 cold chain technicians, and 2.5 million healthcare workers. So these are the statistics which India is currently having. But in these statistics, there is also problem that some of the cold refrigerators are working or not working. So refrigerator trucks are currently available or not available, and if they are working in the prescribed temperature or not. So this is the problem. Next, the problem which we see geopolitically is China and Pakistan, which they are our two neighbors. As we know that in China, with China we have clashes in Galwan this year, and previously we have clashes in Daulat Beg Oldi and in Doklam also. So we need to be more alert against China, because China has a policy that it does not engage itself in the previous points. It finds new points. Like firstly, in 2013, it had engaged India in Daulat Beg Oldi. Then out of nowhere in 2020, when the pandemic was going on, it created a problem in the Galwan. So India need to be alert in all the border points that are connected with China. And recently it is also in report that China is asking for more area in the Pangong Tso Lake, which is situated in the Ladakh region. And if you talk about Pakistan, so Pakistan is a hub of terrorists which hates India, which act against India. We have many terrorists like Masood Azhar, Hafiz Saeed, and Dawood Ibrahim, which are hiding in Pakistan, and Pakistan is providing them full support, and they are safe there. So, and every year Pakistan is sponsoring terrorists to India. Now, after the Article 370 is removed, of course there are lesser number in insurgency in the Jammu and Kashmir region, but it is still prevalent. And also in the world forums such as UN and such as in Islamic councils, Pakistan is always speaking against India and trying to create ambience against India, like it did in after removal of Article 370. And Pakistan is creating very much scenarios, and also in the internet also, Pakistan is there have been reports that the Pakistan is spreading propaganda, spreading fake news in the Indian internet. Now, we all know that Joe Biden will be the 46th president of US, and he will be taking charge on 20th January 2021. Now, it has been stated clear by Joe Biden that his priority will be countering Russia, not China, as Donald Trump was focusing on the Indo-Pacific region. As Indo-Pacific region, in which China was also trying to dominate in that region. Now, US policy will not to be focused on Indo-Pacific region, which will directly benefit China. Secondly, that is our economy. The economy of India has been in the bitter taste last year, because of the lockdown. And last year, in April to June quarter, that is the first quarter, it contracted to 29.3%, and in the next quarter, in July to September quarter, it contracted 7.6%. So this is a big thing to worry about the economy. And it is estimated that in 2020 21 financial year, it will the GDP figures will be like minus 8.9% to minus 9.6%. The reports of the quarters of October to December will be published on January 7th. So let us see that how the economy will behave. Now, to overcome this contraction, it is advised that the India should make itself the export oriented. It should make its product more quality like and more export quality like, because if we look and if India will look inward for its economy progression, then there will be not much growth. But if we make ourselves more export oriented, then there are chances that India will gain much, and India will touch the 5 trillion economy. Now, as we have seen that there are a lot of protests going on since the last year. First, the protests were about anti-CA protests, which occurred in January and February time, and there were riots, riots also, due to which the image of India decreased. Now, still there are protests like anti-farm bill protest, in which the farmers are been protesting on road since December. So all these types of protests decrease the image of India, and also they create unrest. Also, there have been cases that farmers and the villagers are damaging the towers, the telecommunication towers, which affects the image of India. Now, if we want the economy to survive, then we need FDIs. Now, FDIs, if such reports will come, there will be negative impact on the image of India. So it will decrease the amount of FDI and investment that we will receive. So government need to make a channel of communication. First of all, that we all knew that nobody lose its citizenship due to CAA. It was just a hoax by some people, that people will lose their citizenship and they will be thrown out of the country. It was all hoax. It was all lies. We knew that nobody, and now we know that nobody lose its citizenship. So government needs to create a channel of communication between its authorities and the people of India, to convey its message and to listen to them also, so that these type of protests and these type of rumors will not spread. Next thing is India is facing is unemployment. As we all know that India is a young country, and around 64% of population is between 15 to 60 years, which is the working population. But if we see in the February 2020, the unemployment was 7.78%. In April, it increased to 23.5%, and in May, it still increased to 27.1%. And if we see in December, it decreased and 7.6%. But still, due to the pandemic, a lot of people lose their jobs, and these are just these are not the figures from these are just these are not the figures from unorganized the unorganized sector, which is we don't have figures from unorganized sector, which is the largest sector of employment in India, which is severely affected due to pandemic. So government needs to increase the liquidity of money, so that it will generate more jobs and more opportunities for people. Thank you.
Any questions, Mohan? Fine, you can start. That was a great.